Welcome to a brand new series. To run parallel to my stadium review series, I'm now introducing Stadium Explorations, as we'll be exploring either empty or abandoned stadiums that we get access to. And the first of this series is an abandoned stadium in Zion, Illinois. Just last night I was researching abandoned stadiums, and as I'm driving I'm like, oh, there's some floodlights of a stadium, sweet. However, I get close and I'm like, that's an abandoned stadium. It's not really a stadium, it's a field. But we're gonna check it out. So after this adventure, I did quite a bit of research on what exactly I stumbled upon. And this is Fielder Stadium in Zion, Illinois, the infamous home of the former Lake County Fielders, who played in Fielder Stadium in 2010 and 2011. The Fielders were a professional minor league baseball team outside of the Chicago area, and one of their primary owners was the actor Kevin Costner, who starred in many baseball films. In 2010, the team played in the Northern League, but then in 2011, they played in the North American League, and they ceased their operations before the 2012 baseball season. The stadium's extremely infamous because it was absolutely plagued with financial issues. In the 2010 season, the Fielders originally began playing in a different location, not playing their first game in the stadium until July, as the field was just the field itself with a few bleachers around it. After the 2010 season, the park was completely dismantled, with all the temporary seats being taken out, in preparation for a permanent stadium that was supposed to begin construction soon. The club planned to build a permanent stadium that seated 7,000 for baseball and 12,500 for concerts, with a natural grass and plush felt surface. However, since they were unable to secure the proper funding, in 2011 they once again just put temporary bleachers all around the stands and built a few party decks in the surrounding areas. The disappointing part of this is that the stadium was supposed to be a fantastic thing for the community of Zion, and it was nicknamed a diamond on the border and Lake County's Field of Dreams, and there was so much promise given to the people, yet they never had the proper funding to actually fulfill those promises. And the most notable and infamous game in the history of the Fielders came on July 9th, 2011, when the Fielders hosted the Yuma Scorpions, who were then managed by former MLB player Jose Canseco, who is no stranger to controversies. Before the game started, the Fielders manager resigned because of the lack of money and funding. Throughout his time with the Fielders, just like the community, he was promised so many things from the organization, but he was done with their lies and broken promises. And so the pitching coach had to take over as manager for the night. The pitching coach and the team decided to rebel against their own ownership. So to do that, they scrambled up all the position players. And when Jose Canseco heard what the opposing team was doing, he decided that the Scorpions might as well go ahead and do the same thing. Pitchers and fielders switched positions, as many infielders decided to pitch and many pitchers decided to play the field. Jose Canseco also played for the team in kind of player-manager role, and was the starting pitcher for the Scorpions, as he pitched for 6 innings, giving up 5 hits and only 1 run, and was able to be named the winning pitcher for the game, as it was the only professional win as a pitcher in his career. Open gate, but gotta hop this fence. The goal now is to find an opening in the fence so I don't have to hop it, because I feel like that could be vaguely illegal. I'd much rather have there be a gap somewhere and a hole. Like, okay, cool. So I don't want to just go wandering on someone's land, although it's kind of the point of it. So for the past 10 years now, the stadium has sat completely dormant, as it's surrounded by a gravel parking lot right next to a CVS pharmacy store. It's in a really awkward, weird location. And nature has definitely started to take over, as you can see all the weeds growing in the locked up stadium. And since it's a large gravel lot, there's lots of killdeers around that you can definitely hear in the background of this video. The high fences were completely locked up all the way around, and I didn't think it was a good idea to hop the fence, so I didn't actually get to go inside. And the main reason that I didn't hop it is because there's large electrical transformers inside the fence, and I figured there were some people that wouldn't be too happy if I was close to those. What's odd about this is that the field itself looks to be in okay condition. They have nice in-ground dugouts, which I'm pretty surprised by, and a really good permanent backstop. The scoreboard as well is in pretty good shape. But down by right field, there's a lot of scrap metal and scaffolding that used to be used for either some bleachers or the large stage that was out in center field. This was a definitely odd and interesting find, and looking more into the background and history of this place gives it a really disappointing and eerie feel to it. Of all the promises that were made, but then nothing came to it, as today it's just in a state of disrepair. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see more stadium reviews and explorations just like this one.